Today I'm staying in the best rated exotic luxury hotel in Taiwan that literally makes you feel like royalty. And right now I'm arriving at the hotel. Just look at how beautiful the hotel entrance is. The door was so massive, everything feels small in comparison. And let me tell you, my expectations are super high, as this hotel is literally one of the best rated luxury hotels ever. And just watching inside, it feels like you're in a beautiful movie set. And for the next 24 hours, I'm staying in one of the best rooms they have.
I'm not kidding you, this may be the best hotel ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the luxury hotel I'm staying in today, where everything in the lobby feels exquisite. I found a couple lounges for the guests to relax while waiting to check in. And in the middle, you will find the god of wealth whom the local people worship for good fortune. And when you go outside, you have the coolest bubble massage spot ever, where you can play in the water, simply relax next to a swimming pool, or look at this inflatable unicorn and pet it in the tail.
So I really want to use this swimming pool, but it's winter and kind of windy, so maybe next time.
I'm sure when summer comes, the place will be packed with tourists. There's also where you will find a washer and dryer, but to my surprise, they even had a spin dryer, which I don't think is common, but personally I love it. But things only get more exciting, because right next to a pool you will find this corridor with water fountain, which led to this beautiful place I call a cup noodle room, because you will find a dinner table next to a vending machine that only sells cup noodle.
Hey, I bet you've never seen a vending machine that only sells cup noodle.
But next to it was probably the coolest thing in the entire hotel, a game room with anything from a pool table to a vintage record player to the biggest Nintendo Switch I've ever seen in my life. But first let's check out the record player, because we needed some music, but I actually don't know how to use one. So I guess you first move the needle away, then put on the vinyl record and put the needle back. And when it starts spinning around, the music would then start playing, right? Let me know in the comment, because I probably got it wrong. And for a table football, obviously you need 2 players for it. So since I'm the only one here, I simply play for both sides, and in the end, it was a draw. But here comes the biggest Nintendo Switch ever, and I especially love the decorations like the figurines of Mario and his friends on the table. An actual cappy, which is kinda cute. And different colors of Mario have for the party games, so I decided to wear the red one. They also gave me a ring if I want to do some fitness games too.
And I love video games, so any hotel with a gaming room like this is instantly 5-star for me.
But it only gets crazier, because what you're about to see is the cosplay room, where you can rent a costume at night and take pictures around the hotel. Not to mention the hotel staff also wears something similar, so it's pretty cool. They have fancy jewelry for me, but what really caught my attention was this magic lamp that looks like it could grant me 3 wishes. What would your wishes be? Tell me in the comments. That's where checking out the restaurant and cafe, because while I was waiting for check-in, they told me, hey, why not go to a cafe have a free afternoon tea, which I gladly accepted. The cafe was actually not directly connected to the lobby, so I walked out into the turret, but was amazed by how beautiful it looked. You can choose to sit outside or indoor, and for the outside dining table, they have those purple things blocking the sunlight and wind for you. Since I came in winter, you can see how windy it was. You will also be accompanied by beautiful plants, and at night, even a tiny light on the table. But now let's go inside, because it literally feels like walking into a palace. The floor was so cool just like looking at the painting. Unlike most cafes out there, here you can sit on a sofa and drink coffee using those cups on the wall. And I even heard the important many stuff directly from Morocco, so a lot of those decorations and kitchenware you see are actually exotic. Even a coffee machine is serving you Japanese coffee, which I haven't seen in every hotel. And I can't believe this afternoon tea buffet was free, because they had so many types of dessert. I ended up getting a cup of cranberry juice, which tastes pretty sweet, some cakes and cookies in a moon shape, and a couple of green beans. I didn't know what the green beans were, but I like trying new stuff.
So later I found out the green bean tastes like Japanese mustard, so yeah, it was definitely unique. But the cake was pretty good.
Now let's check out the room, because I picked one of the biggest rooms in the hotel. And after seeing how awesome the rest of the place is, I'm sure it will be amazing. My room was on the top floor, so I had to take the elevator. But instead, I took the stairs, because I found those beautiful indoor courtyard literally in the middle of the hallway. You can see those lanterns hanging in mid-air, and it seems like they form a pattern. I wonder if they have special meaning. At the bottom of the garden was this water fountain, and maybe because it's raining, the water was pouring down like crazy, and at night it would light up like this, and it looked quite romantic. I really love the arches they added all over the place, as they made this place look elegant. I also found this robot bag. She was sleeping in the corner. That helped explain why this place is so clean. What's cool about this hotel was it was inspired by Moroccan style houses, so everything was full of details, from the side on the wall looking like an old script to the lights in the hallway literally being a magic staff, and all the oil paintings you see over the place. Since I haven't been to Morocco yet, and this is what the country looks like, I would love to visit. I also found this mirror and just had to boot myself. And finally, we're at the hotel room. The door was kinda heavy, but I just pushed it as hard as I could. And here comes the best part. Because the room was too big, the front desk actually sent someone to tell me how everything works. And they left me a ridiculous amount of snacks and drinks, and the best part, they're all included in the room.
Hey, this is Brian from Future. So the drink that you just saw in the hotel there, guess what? I still have it here. Because I don't like drinking soft drinks with caffeine, I'm more of a coffee and tea person. But well, that was the first hotel where they sent in a staff member just to tell me that every foods and the drinks in the room, they're free. And I could take all of them home if I want to, which I did. So now might as well drink this one.
Let's talk about one of the coolest things in the room, which was this TV. And first I couldn't understand why the TV was facing the dining room instead of the bed. But turns out it was a rotating TV. Like, how cool is that? The entire room smells so amazing, just like a luxury hair salon. Especially the closet, which after leaving my clothes in there overnight, they all smelled pretty fresh. They gave me a pair of slippers that felt like one of those bouncing shoes that you wear for basketball. On the dressing table, I found this interesting cube that was actually a charger. So instead of the usual power outlet, you can use this cool little device to charge your phone.
So I always like room that you could walk around in a circle. And this room was so big you could literally run around in a circle. This is absolutely insane.
The bed was also massive, but way thicker than most hotel beds I've seen. And it really felt like sleeping inside a palace. Next to us was this little seating area, which I'm sure would be great for taking photos. The bathroom itself was bigger than most hotel rooms. And the glasses were so clean I had to try real hard to see where they were. The walls looked like a lot of tiny ocean waves, and for the shower room, they got the normal one and the overhead one, which I might have accidentally turned on so my hair is now wet. I love how for a toilet they gave you the option of toilet paper and a bidet, as I'm sure the international tourists would really appreciate this. Also, I might have tried to put myself into a laundry basket because it's simply too big. But the coolest part was totally a balcony, because I have my own garden to relax in and the hot tub. Now the staff did tell me it gets really cold at night, so if I want to use it, I'd better use it before sunset. But instead of using it, I just sit here pretending I have superpower. Come on, I'm sure you did that before too. And that's when I realized the roof of the hotel looked like a castle, and I was literally next to a mountain. Remember the Q charger from earlier? Well, on the balcony I got a normal one instead. And for breakfast, they gave me a breakfast token, and it was a buffet, but way fancier than the afternoon one, with more drinks to pick from and so much vegetarian food. So I ended up getting the Japanese coffee from earlier and all the vegetables I could get, and it was so delicious. My favorite things about this hotel were totally the game room and the banking with cash. But next I'm staying at a luxury capsule hotel that feels like you're inside the first class cabin, with the massive beautiful lounge literally inside the capsule hotel with an ocean view, and you can click on the video to see what happened.